Hello everyone, my name is Mutual and welcome to World of Tanks. So, World of Tanks was a game I played a lot 5 years ago. I don't actually even know. But I just wanted to make a video since I returned to the game after the version 1.0 patch recently, and I just wanted to say how the game looks now, and it definitely looks better. There's no denying that. Even the carriage looks pretty nice now, with all the sun and stuff, and of course now they actually advertise the premium tanks in your carriage, so you get to see all these cool tanks you could buy for something like 30 bucks. And of course I'm not gonna do that, but I mean this kind of makes me want to buy them. I'm not gonna lie. if I had the kind of bucks to buy every tank, I would probably buy them. And yeah, I have the XNI mod. I believe it's XNI, which kind of gives you some efficiency and kind of skill numbers that. So I'm pretty average when it's come to the stats. It also gives you a little bit more info on the menus, and inside the game you actually see all the other player ranks as well. So you kind of get the feel that how the teams are, and that's something I like to see. Just because I think it's healthy to remember that you're not the best player alive when playing a grinding game like this, and especially when I'm returning, I'm a little rusty, so that kind of makes you feel like you have a lot more to learn, because otherwise it's easy to kind of get rage, all that rage and stuff when you kind of think that you're a better player than you are, if that makes sense to you. So it's a reminder that that maybe I suck just because I suck, kind of. Well, enough of that. So this is my current carriage. I do have a lot of tanks, but in the grand scheme of things, this is actually not that many. I actually have empty slots as well, because I'm currently saving the money. I have 4.8 million. And I'm saving for the tier 10 pattern. And one thing that has definitely changed, I think it's something like 3 years or 2 years when I last checked the game. It was when the physics model was changed first time, so I kind of played a little bit after that. But they definitely added a shitload of new tanks in the game. Basically there are actually new countries like Sweden, which is a little bit surprising to me, but of course I haven't really played them. I've played some of the Swedish tanks and they seem to be fine. Chinese have a lot more tier 10s. The British tree has been extended. Basically there's more of everything. So basically I'm saving for the M48 pattern. I've been saving for this for like whenever I last really played the game. And I'm almost there, so I'm trying to not buy new tanks. But of course I just bought a tank like, what you call it? The T34/85, because it was on sale for 30%. So that kind of saved me a 300k of the whatever currency you would call that. So I mean that's nice. Other than that, I've been trying to save so that's why I have empty slots. I could buy some low tier tanks, no problem. I do definitely have some open, but I'm trying to save the money. And making money in this game is the grinding part. And that's the least favorite part of my game. I do enjoy playing the game just for fun. But when you really want those new tanks, you really have to grind, and that's usually when I quit the game, when it becomes too grindy. Every day you gonna get to try the double experience, like here is the X2 for the first battle, which is a nice system, so that's what I'm gonna do in this video, I think. And I'm streaming this, so there might be some interruptions on that regard, even though I don't think there will be. It's not... Well, you never know, somebody might appear up. But yeah, what do I want to actually play first? I guess the tier 5 tank is pretty much the middle ground tank. T-34 being the middle ground tank, I suppose, in the real life as well, for the whole war. So let's actually see. Oh, I was supposed to change the language. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everything is in Finnish. I don't actually know if I can change that from the game settings. I realize that doesn't make much sense to you or anyone else. I can't change that mid-game, so I need to actually relaunch the game, so it's gonna be... Yeah, I will cut the video here and see you in a bit. So we're back, and I had mic muted for whatever reason. So it's a little bit strange to me to see everything in English right now, because I use the Finnish language just to support Finnish translations, because a lot of games don't actually do Finnish translations. And there is definitely a group of people who don't know English even in Finland. Even though generally I think a lot of Finns get or understand a lot of English. But yeah, that's the main reason I use the Finnish translation. It's nothing more, but I think it's just nice to see. So we were gonna head on to the battle with T-34, so let's actually do that. Now these stats actually probably make a lot more sense to you. So yeah, let's see. As you can see from the loading screen, it's kind of nice to glance at the skill level of players. So judging by the skill levels, we should win this by far. But it's obviously never that clear. And as you can see, I'm on the yellow, almost 6k. This is the... I don't remember what rating this is. This is not the XN8 rating, so to say. It's a... Anyway, the green range is something like 6,500, so I'm almost there, but not quite. So I would say I'm perfectly average at the game. Of course, a lot of it comes from the fact that I play shit tanks most of the time, so that has a huge impact as well. This map is a little weird now that they turned the spawn points a little bit around. Oh shit. You can actually try to the river, that's not a problem. But yeah, the game looks absolutely fantastic. That's something I'm very happy with in the version 1.0. Or it has been looking nice for a long time. And it's a... That's a game. Man, I should have not even joined that, I suppose. KV1 is gonna be, or KV2 is gonna be trouble for me. He's gonna one-shot me, so I mean that's not gonna be fun. So I'm gonna go moving in the city. And there's KV1S, so yeah, I think I chose the wrong place to go pretty much. There's nothing I can do to these heavies. I can do some damage, but that's one of the things in a World of Tanks, that positioning is really the key. If you choose a bad position like I just did, there's nothing I can do. I can't run out because I'm kind of shit tank. So I can just kind of try to peek and get some shots in and hope that I don't die. But I mean, usually you just end up one-shotted when you do a stupid thing like this. I do have that TD as a support, I suppose, so F2P. I don't know what E25 is. It's probably pretty good TD from what I can see. But yeah, I'm kinda limited to trying to avoid to get killed. Oh. That being said, it looks like our team is actually doing good job here, so I mean that's fine. I don't think I can penetrate that thing. Yeah, there's no vision behind these houses. Yeah, and I got one shot. I was kinda greedy and I wanted to try to kill him, but he had a shot ready, so that's the fun with KV2. You get one-shotted. I used to do that a lot with KV1. But man, that guy had a kind of fast... I mean, he was aiming in different direction and all, but he was just fast. Fast launching the shot, he didn't wait for the aim. Good for him, I suppose. Sometimes you get lucky and you hit that one shot. Oh man. Well, that was a bad choice to go there. And that's as I said, positioning is very key in World of Tanks. If you screw that up, you will be just in a tough spot and you will most likely die. And that requires you to have quite a lot of map knowledge. And kinda have the feel where you should be going with the tank. And that's definitely something I'm lacking now that I haven't played the game in ages. Because some of the maps have been changed quite a lot. And like that map, for example, the spawn positions were completely different than what they used to be when I was really playing the game. So that's a thing you pretty much only can get with playing a lot. The kind of feel what should you be doing and when. I think I will try the hill battle here. Of course, in a lot of maps, there's every player tends to have these favorite places where they like to kind of exchange the blows. We are top tier tank, so we should be fine because this cannon is pretty solid. That being said, always put the pressure on you to actually do something, because without you, the team is kind of screwed. So Churchill is very slow heavy, and it's actually kind of easy to kill, I feel like. But yeah, the cannon is decent. And for some strange reason I like it. Maybe it's the looks, because it looks like a tank from First World War, with the tracks being open like that. There are some things in this mod, the XNA, which I think are a little bit cheat is, and one of them is the light bulbs on the right side, as you can see. Because there is no way you would know them without the mod. How did I miss that? I'll never know. But basically, I can see when their Sixth Sense ability is triggered, and that is the ability that the player knows when he has been detected. And I don't know, I should probably turn that off. I find it a little bit cheap. So we don't do much damage, but our penetration is solid. So he tracked us, so I wanted to track him in revenge. Let's keep him immobile. He's gonna probably track us again as well. Oh, he's missed. And he's down. And we are getting ass raped. Okay, that Churchill 3 is a premium version of Churchill, and it's pretty tough tank, so hopefully we can penetrate it. They shot our gunner, so we are lost some gun accuracy. can definitely penetrate that T-28. Big just wouldn't block me, it would be so much better. Okay, we got him. It's TD on the other side. Somebody's ass hugging me. There's a couple lights there. I think I will try to go for the lights. Oh, that's a TD. Can't seem to penetrate. Please don't. Guy's probably aiming for us. But yeah, as you can see, we pretty much overrun the enemy here, I would say. We have, according to the skill advantage, I would say we had quite plenty of skill advantage in this game. So it's no wonder. And that's kind of one of the points why I like to have the mod on, is kind of see if... so I don't get that frustrated when I know that the enemies were better players on average. It's always about the average and the skill points. So I guess that's a personal thing. Some people get even more rage when they just complain about the matchmaking. When they know that the enemies were better, so I mean it doesn't work for everyone. I'm not a very ragey person as is. But I have to say that sometimes this game can get you on even my nerves, I suppose. Well, I guess that was okay run. 4 kills. And we did some work. We tanked a few hits and stuff like that. Everything counts. And as you can see, I don't have premium. With premium you get basically 1/3 more of everything. Experience and money out of the game, so you can easily say that with premium you have to grind 1/3 less to get next tanks. I used to only play with premium, but lately I've been I don't know, whenever I buy a, let's say 30-day premium, I only play for 1 day and then I quit the game, so I mean so we were the top dog. That's not a surprise. We didn't do that much damage, but we stole a lot of kills, I suppose. There's no really kill stealing. I'm always joking with that, because in game like this, it's actually important to kill the weak guys, because they can cause so much damage just by shooting you in the back. But yeah, I like the battle stats. That's one of the things I really love in this game, is that you get a lot of all kind of neat stats, which I actually like to check out sometimes. Repairing the tank costs you money, so you kind of lose part of your winnings. And the worse your tank gets, the more it of course costs you, for those who are new to the game. I don't know if anyone who is new to the game would actually watch this though, but I guess one can hope. So since we are kind of just trying to do the doubles here, I guess we can, I don't know, maybe one tier 10 match. I really like the ES7. It's one of my, I have basically 2 tier 10s, ES4 and ES7, because again I haven't grinded this game that much. I just play for fun mostly, and I used to actually play in the whole whatchamacallit, the clan wars and all, but I was never like serious about it. I was just part of a clan back in the days when the game was young. But because I didn't have that many tier 10 tanks, other people had like 5 or 8 or whatever, I couldn't really participate that much into the whole clan wars thing, because basically you you only use tier 10 tanks there. So that kinda sucked ass, and pretty much was one of the reasons why I didn't go for it then that much. But yeah, IS-4 and IS-7, I really love these tanks. I even bought camos for both of them. That costs you gold, so it's basically real. Gold is basically real money, but you can get it with some kind of bonuses sometimes as well. So it's not always money. Let's take the ES-7 on a spin. Joseph Stalin 7 tank, I suppose, is the full name. It's kinda fun. Of course, tier 10 matchup tends to be with where everyone is kinda good players, so they tend to be harder matchups overall. Yeah, as you can see, there's no... Well, there's a couple almost red players, so I mean... I guess there are bad grinders as well. But as you can see, the game numbers on everyone is... my 6k games is pretty much the lowest, except for that other noob or bad tier 10 player. Okay, this map. I haven't played this map on tier 10 forever. I have no clue what I should do here. I think I will just see where the people go. Maybe I will float at T10. I think it's tier 10, tier 9 tank. Yeah, it's tier 9, so it should be fine. I mean, obviously there's only tier 10 and tier 9s here, so... From this side you usually just get raped or killed by some... I should stop using the rape. For whatever reason, whenever it's a World of Tanks or FPS game, I tend to go back in my old habits. But yeah, that's not cool. Cool thing to say. Yeah, that was a kind of lucky shot. It's actually a wonder that we even hit the guy, and we didn't penetrate him, of course. We are getting hit by something. Another thing, there's a list here for who hit us. So now I know it's for the 54 E1 with AP ammo that dinged. That's from the mod. So it's kinda... I don't know. So we hit him critically, but nothing broke, so I think I might have broke some thing from his tank. Or I didn't do any damage, that's I don't know. Maybe tracks. Yeah, this is now... I'm kinda stuck here because I don't know this map so well with the... well, at all, but the latest changes. I mean, this is one of the original maps though, so we definitely played the old version of this a lot. I don't want to screw this Leopard over, so I'm trying to not block him, but that can be hard sometimes. What I want to do is go shoot that object 430 in the ass, but that would probably get me killed. So oh shit, there's so many. That definitely missed. I just wanted to take the shot without risking my life, so I just took a kind of quick shot. Maybe that guy comes to shoot me again. Yep. Oh shit. Screw over the Leopard. Okay. If I would load, I could have taken him out. One thing I really like is the marks on the map where you kind of see where we've spotted certain tanks last time. Oh shit, that's good to know. I should actually... I wasted the repair kit on that as well. Yeah, we're gonna get killed here. That was so bad. I definitely wasted the repair kit there. Or I get I used the repair kit and I got detracked right away again. I don't know who saw that, me, but yeah, not really a good round. But as you can see, these are usually more even and more slower matchups or games. The tier 10 ones. Usually I actually used to go down here with heavy tanks, so maybe I should have done that. That's more familiar for me. I don't. This area is kind of hard because TDs from up here can shoot you wherever you are. So it's very hard because as always the positioning in this game is so important. But I don't know, the place where I was, it was actually kinda good. We just ended up getting tracked and wasted the repair kit. Luckily I have these large repair kits from the bonuses. There was a... I think it's still going on, the campaign. Yeah. So this... let's see actually. It's not this one, it's not the events. I actually got this event tank on the weekend. So basically I had to get enough 100 of these tokens. And these tokens you can get from certain conditions in each match. So you, as a reward, you get a premium tank. And it's actually a fun tank. It's a tier 3 tank, so it's not anything amazing, but it's one of those fun tanks. But it was probably the campaign. This is another new thing. I was a little bit confused about this. But basically what this, if I understand it correctly, means that for each tank you're gonna have to do 15 different missions. Like this is a cause damage 4 times, stun vehicles 6 times on with artillery, and I get the money reward, 75,000 if I do this, and if I additionally win the game, I get 40 more thousand. So it's nice, nice that way, and I think a lot of these actually gave you our large repair kits. Was my whole point of this. Yeah, as you can see, and medikits as well, or first aid kit. But basically, when you accomplish all these missions, you get for each goal you get a part of a stag 4 or stag IV. I guess 4 is the way you would say that. I don't know why would you say IV, but anyway. So I still have quite a lot to go, but it's kind of fun system, but I don't know why they use the whole map thing. This kind of, I guess, some kind of flavor addition or roleplaying. I don't know. But basically it's just a series of missions, and on 15th one you actually get this. And one thing what is nice here is that you actually get a female crew member, and female crew members are basically better than male in that they get 1 free skill and they can get more skills, I think, overall. So this reward is kinda nice. You actually get orders as well. But this was a new system, and there's a couple tanks you can get with this system. And I think these are premium tanks. So objective 260 is after you grind all these. So that's gonna probably take a long time. I don't know if there's time limit on this. How much time do I have left to grind all of them? I haven't really concentrated on this that much. But that's one of the new additions I really enjoyed. I don't know when they added that. Probably in the... maybe in the earlier patch or maybe in the version 1. I don't know. So we didn't get a win on IS-7. That's kinda sad. Let's take some fun tanks. What would be a fun tank? Where's the new tank? This. So this is a tier 3 tank. And if you're starting the game, you probably will see a lot of these, which is gonna be annoying because this is very good. Basically, the whole point of this tank is that you have 2 turrets, and whenever you take a shot, you kind shoot twice. So it's like a doom. And that does a lot of damage if you penetrate both shots. So let's actually go for the... Of course, since this is a premium tank, they tend to have a little bit more armor than the basic variant. And they tend to have a little bit less powerful cannons. Or less penetration, I should say, on the cannon, maybe. So. The lower tier matchups or games are a little bit... I don't know how I feel about the fact that they give up at these low tier tanks, because all the new players are gonna be so... Well, as you can see, there's guys who have played 37,000 matches. The third number in the list is the number of games you've played. And in our teams there's a couple of guys with 0k matches, so they are very much new players. So it's kinda encouraging the old gamers to go play against new players, and that's probably not so fun when you're a new player. There's even one guy without stats, so I think that's that means he doesn't really have stats. Or I haven't played that long, I think. I would not say that this tank is OP per se, but it's on the borderline. Just because it's kinda soft for a premium tank. I feel like the T2 Light premium tank is a lot more, a lot more OP on the tier 2. That's just it's just so annoying because he can just kill you instantly, pretty much. I missed all the first shots. Oh, so one of the better players. The same tank. Okay, and we are getting shot in the ass.
They killed our driver. We're covering his position.
And we are gonna lose to him like a noob.
Ammo storage is hit. We're lucky it didn't blow. One of our tracks.
Yeah, and he came to pick up
This vehicle is hacked.
before he died, because it was obvious that he was gonna die. So now I could say that, or I can, in my defense, say that wow, he's a very player. He has almost 9k rank, but it's actually more accurate to say that I just sucked. But I mean, that's why I have the stats. No, that's not really the reason, but it's one of the reasons. Sometimes it's good to know that. Maybe the opponent players are just that much better. Because it's a very high skill game, I would say. When you know what you're doing, it's so much easier to do weird stuff. Let's actually take a tier 3 Swedish tank out. One of the new tanks. Yeah, I need to win one more game. No, wait a minute, I can just buy it. Okay, so I don't actually have to play with this tank anymore. I think I will just sell it. And I like to hang on to my crew, for now at least. We can take the other TD out. For this I need a lot more experience to actually max it out, so this new Swedish TD, or tank destroyer I suppose. Yeah, it's kind of fun little tanks. The early TDs cannot really. They don't have that strong armor, so you cannot really challenge the heavy tanks, for example. But in the late game, like tier 9, tier 10 is usually very tough. You have so much armor on the front that you can easily just take on heavy tanks head on. And your cannon is usually very good. But this is early TDs, and these are more fun than practical, I would say. I think I will go into the bosses, as that tends to be good for TDs. I'm not a huge fan of this map. This is one of the old maps, and I don't know if they actually changed anything in it. It looks very much the same. Maybe a little bit upgraded graphics and more trees or something. And here you can actually see if somebody has taken damage. You can from the enemy team, and we have data, or we have had our team have had a vision on that guy. So the hit points upgrade immediately when we spot somebody. This is the mod feature also. I really only care about the player stats numbers. I don't really want the other features of the mod, but I haven't customized it at all, so these are the default settings. And our friend got shot there, so something is coming this way. Of course we won't have any vision because nobody else came here, which generally sucks. So I'm just gonna sit here. A lot of TD gameplay is just sitting and waiting until something pops up and you just take a shot, except that it's behind some kind of rock or something. Oh, okay, we almost saw him. They were shooting from the bushes, that's why they became visible. You can hide pretty well in bushes until you shoot. Then you usually kinda get spotted. Yeah, this is now danger zone because all of our teammates left the area. We're probably just gonna get killed here. Again, positioning very important in this game, and now our positioning sucks. But if I try to drive out of here, I think I will get shot anyway. I don't think he sees us. Okay, now he follows us. And there's absolutely nothing you can do in situations like that with a tank like that. Only thing I could have done is drive away, but even that would have led into my death. So dead. So it's again bad decision with my positioning, and that's just because I haven't played that much. I don't actually play TDs that much because I don't like the camping play style. But when you are against a very good TD player, it's always so infuriating how they just kill you. And as you can see, a lot of the matchups are quite fast, and I die often because I suck at the game. This is one of my least favorite tanks because, as you can see, my win rate is 38%. That is like a really bad. I finally got some upgrades on it, the new tracks and new engine. Oh wait, I need the new cannon. It's not the best cannon, which is actually very good. But at least I can do now do something with this tank, and it's starting to be a little bit better. But I don't know. It's very tough tank on its tier, so you can tank a lot with this tank. But I mean, I don't know. Something just feels. Maybe I need to upgrade a cannon for it to feel better. A lot of the tanks I play are one of the reasons why they are so bad is that I usually open up the modules by just playing. A lot of people use the free experience or the experience you can convert into any single tank to kind of skip the early weapons because they are usually bad. But I think that kind of adds to the fun when you upgrade a really bad tank to be an awesome tank. Just because getting the new modules, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it feels so much like progression instead of just grinding for that new tank constantly, always keeping the early parts of the tank. This is encounter, so there's only one flag where we should be going. Usually in these matchups the heavies go in opposite direction for whatever reason. Just the early clash on the enemies, I suppose. We have T-34, which is something I would like so much. It looks very similar to T-29. Actually, they look pretty much identical. That's one of the things in this game. A lot of the tanks actually look very similar because they are kind of prototypes and whatnot. Most of the tanks didn't actually exist in the real world. They were just some prototypes. That's why the game has so many weird tanks. I cannot penetrate his tower, but I don't know how I would get a chassis shot. Yeah, that's not gonna help me. As you can see, you get immediately shot at when you do a stupid move. I can probably go and take a shot here. No penetration. We lost tracks, so we are probably dead. As you can see, the thing is red. I can't penetrate this tank without using premium ammo, and as you can see, I don't even have premium ammo with me because I don't use it. RT luckily saved us. Basically, you should always try to flank enemies to get to the softer side. What's there? Tigers are not that tough, so we should be able to deal with him if he comes to peeks into us. I should probably lower my mouse sensitivity actually now that I think about it. Okay, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, we get ammo racked as well. This is pretty much how all my T-29 matches go. I just die, and that's why the win percentage is 34. Wow. We got shot by RT there, so I mean, it was probably a bad idea to go. This tank you actually got as a free gift. it's a premium tank when you participated in the beta version of the game. That's when I started originally. And I actually like this. Funnily enough, it's one of those tanks that make average the most money for me. Mostly because it's premium, but because it's sometimes good if you get the top tier. The cannon is the weakest thing in this thing, and actually your armor isn't that good either. So I mean, it's not a OP tank or anything like that. It has been some very crappy rounds, I have to say. Normally I would probably upload this to YouTube, but I mean, it's a realistic look how bad I am at the game and how returning players aren't usually. It's not so easy to return to this game. That's what I'm saying. There's just so many changes, and you kind of forget the maps and stuff. You kind of need to relearn everything. One thing I'm actually kind of doing, which is making this even harder, is that I'm switching my tank constantly. When you just play with one tank, you kind of learn the particular tank well, because each tank is pretty much unique how you should play them, or not each tank, but each general like type of tank. Like for example, all the M4s are kind of similar. M4s are Germans. There are many of them, but most of them you have to play the same way. Which means you are not the hardest target out there. You're not the best cannon, but you're just the most average tank in the game. Nobody else is coming here, so that's. Again, I'm probably just driving into my death here, but hey, that's how my runs go. So it's nothing.
Enemy armor is hit.
I wanted to get a second shot in, so I didn't reverse all the way. But now that I think about it, I should have just reversed all the way. The second shot wasn't worth taking that much damage. Must try to sneak in some damage here.
Penetration.
I don't know where he penetrates me. It's probably on the side panel. I couldn't really angle myself from. When you... Oh shit, just leave it there.
Penetration.
This is a bad idea. Decisions like this is what kills you. Now I'm completely stuck in a very, very bad place and I'm just gonna get killed. There's nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing. So, might as well go to die. I could have stayed there a longer or tried to play some tricks, but yeah, it was a stupid decision to drive there. I kind of wanted to get behind the TD, but obviously, yeah, he was not to be get behind of. I don't know. He wasn't so into it, I suppose. And of course I got shot in the side so many times that it was definitely a bad decision. You shouldn't get too excited in the game. The game rewards kind of slow play, kind of, I would say camping even to some extent. And I'm definitely not the kind of guy to sit and wait things to happen. I usually try to my own death just because I want to make things happen, and in this game that's actually very bad. That's one of the reasons why I eventually kind of gave up the game, because it's just not my game style most of the time. That's why I like MechWarrior Online so much more, is the fact that you can survive bad positioning if you aren't totally screwed up. Meaning that you have a... to a certain extent you can kinda just take damage and run away. But in this game, when you get a couple good hits into you, you just die pretty much. Now this is a kind of tricky map. There's fast way to die and slow way to die in this map, and I usually choose the fast way.
Let's get this show on the road.
Fast way is to drive to the city, and you usually get just instantly blocked by some ridiculous tank like this MTLS and his dual shot cannons, or even TE2 lights or M2 mediums with there's so many one shot, one kill, or cannons that feel like they're one shot. Of course they require more than just one shot, because they are kind of chain firing the guns, but it feels pretty much like one shotting. Nobody here, that's weird. Like that Panzer 1 seat there is one of those annoying tanks. A lot of good players go around and troll with those, because it can easily kill a lot of or easily kill fast a lot weaker tank. And I feel like the new premiums that the MTLS tank right there, who was trying to get on my side, is one of those troll tanks. Can I actually try through this? Oh, I can't. Okay. There's some tanks on the hills as well, so I'm gonna try to back off. Okay, he's gonna come after me. I don't think I can defeat him in a, you know, shoot-off kind of battle. Jeez. It's sometimes so hard to get the angle on your cannon, because there's this small rise on the ground there, and this tank cannot aim down at all, basically. Small bump is enough to put my cannon in a bad position. Okay, he's gonna come from this side. Artillery fire, maybe? It seems like I have to duel this tank, and I don't think I can win this duel, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Trying to see, is he hiding?
Enemy is hit. Penetration.
I think I can actually kill him if I... Oh, somebody kills him. T127 is actually a pretty tough tank. Shit, we lost the game. I didn't even realize we are like 3 guys left against the full squad of enemies.
Ready to fire.
Might be able to kill him. One more hit, please.
They're knocked out. Target acquired. One of our trucks is damaged. Let's find another target.
Yeah, we're getting shots from every angle. This is a very small tank, so that's actually working again, or in our favor right now. It's kinda hard to hit, but...
Target acquired.
Oh shit, I don't believe we missed that.
We've lost half of our engine power. Penetration.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do in that kind of situation. I was the last guy alive. But the low tier tanks are sometimes more my style, I would say. You just drive around shooting people, and it's usually very fun. Another mission done. We didn't meet the secondary condition, which is being the game, but we still got the modules, which is the important part. Let's do another game in this fun little tank. But yeah, I'm not very good at light tank piloting as either. I feel like the medium tanks, high tier medium tanks are my real thing. Unfortunately, I don't really have those. I have some light tanks, like the AMX 1390, which is tier 9 light tank, but yeah, the light tanks are just so... They require very good piloting, I suppose. You need to know the maps, where to hide and where to get protection and where should you go so well and those, to maximize the benefit for your team and for yourself. So I just end up usually driving around and then dying to one shot from something big. We have another fellow Finn here. That's cool. One of the neat things about the mod is that you kind of see where the people are who was... I don't actually know how they get that information. It must be some public information. I've been muted for so long that I don't even know what the hell happened. Oh man, I hope it wasn't like 20 minutes. If it was, I'm terribly sorry. It's one of the problems with the streaming. You can't just cut things out afterwards, so I press the mute key. And it screws off the YouTube video as well. Because of the, normally I cut out things like coughing and stuff like that after recording. But when you're streaming, you kind of have to try to mute the mic. But yeah, obviously, sometimes you just forget the mute button. I almost turned my vehicle on the side. You can absolutely turn this thing on the side and just die that way. I've done that a couple times. Again, my lack of map knowledge kind of cost me here. I didn't realize they would shoot me like that from there. I was trying to try behind this pile of garbage, and now I'm stuck here. Because I think if I move forward, I will be pretty much killed. If I move backwards, I will be killed. So this is gonna be sucky round. There's no really point peeking. I think I'm gonna just try to run it. Actually, I'm just gonna try to run back. I was gonna wait for a while and then just run towards them, but maybe this makes more sense. Yeah, try my best not to get hit, but that doesn't work in my favor. As I said, I'm terrible at the light tanks, so I mean this is nothing new. Oh shit, I can actually help that guy. I wish I could have tracked him, but and he killed me. I wish I had good medium thing. I should have realized that he was gonna kill me instead of just staring at him, but yeah, I'm just gonna cut the video here, and you missed a lot of my ranting about some things, maybe because the muted mic, so I mean it happened, but yeah, I'm gonna cut the video here and see you guys on the next episode. See you there.